Hey guys, Thunder here, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video. Today I'm going to go through my game collection here, my physical game collection. Now I got this whole shelf filled up here. It's not all games, I got some comic stuff in here, but today we're just going to focus on the game side of things here. So I'm just going to go through my collection game by game. I'm not going to talk about every single game here, I'm just going to talk a little bit about some of the highlights of my collection here. And yeah, let's just get right into this. Maybe I'll make this a yearly tradition, just update you guys on what I got. Now, I just started collecting seriously this year, so this is just more so the start of my collection. Just to start out here, we'll start with some PS2. That they're not in the best order as right now. I'll refine the order of my games eventually, but they are alphabetical by console. So I got NHL 2002, Spider-Man Friend or Foe, and Spider-Man Web of Shadows. I was just given a PS2, so I have a few games for that. So, this is my smallest collection of physical games tied with the Xbox One right now. So, moving on to my Wii, my very first home console growing up. I have Donkey Kong Country Returns, Epic Mickey 1, Epic Mickey 2, this absolute meme of a game, Greg Hastings Paintball 2. This is one of the only things of shovelware I have currently. I promise you this game is the worst FPS I have ever played, but it's funny. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Fun fact, I just got this game this year. I found it like almost new at my GameStop for like $20. It still has like its manual and everything in here. It's really weird to find it, but hey, I'm not complaining. I got Lego Batman, Lego Indiana Jones 2, Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Star Wars 3, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart Sports Mix. Played this a lot with friends when I was younger. My favorite sports game on the Wii, at least, Mario Super Sluggers. I played this a lot when I was younger because I was really into baseball when I was younger. And yeah, this is a really good time even to this day. Another weird one I found at GameStop just this year, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. I found it, it was like brand new for like $8. Couldn't pass that up. Super Mario Bros. Wii. Weird one here. That's actually not too bad from what I remember when I was younger. Scooby-Doo First Frights. It's just a weird one. My favorite game on the Wii though is Super Mario Galaxy. This is was one of my favorite games of all time for years, and still really holds a special place in my heart, especially growing up with this game. And then the games I think a lot of people my age grew up with is Skylanders, so I have the first 3 here. Probably put this in my place, but yeah, the games haven't aged too well, and I wouldn't say they're necessarily good games either. However, I would actually argue this one's actually pretty fine as a game. Spyro's Adventure, although, look how they massacred my boy. It's disgusting. Now moving on though, my 360 collection, this is the only console I bought during that generation. I only have a few games for it, because it's kind of when I was falling out of gaming. So I have Halo 4, so there's a lot of reflection here. Disney Infinity 1, Disney Infinity 2, I actually got one of the more collector sets for Lego Marvel Superheroes, which this one came with a figure, so that's pretty neat. Got Madden's here, Minecraft, which is a different version than what they have now, so that's neat. Played a lot of this for years. MLB 2K13, this is the last MLB game 2K actually made. Then I got a couple NHLs, and my favorite 360 game. This I didn't have many. PvZ Garden Warfare. Played this a good bit. That's a pretty good game, but however, I didn't really play much games at this time. This is kind of why I fell out of it before I got really into it again. And I just put my Xbox One games here randomly. I only have a few, because I actually only got the Xbox One this year, because I'm more of a PlayStation guy. But I have Dead by Daylight Nightmare Edition. Pretty great multiplayer game while you're playing that with friends. Halo the Master Chief Collection, and Tekken 7, because I used to play this with a friend, and then beat her ass too many times, and then she ran me again, so that's fun. Still a great fighting game though, probably would recommend it. Moving on to my biggest collection here. My favorite console of all time, the PlayStation 4. This is the console that really got me back into gaming. I got to try, like, a lot of games that I never really thought I would have played, but I really liked them. And also, this row ends up a couple PS5 games as well. So, got the first two Batman Arkham games. The first time I was able to experience Crash Bandicoot was actually in the Insane Trilogy, so, really like this game. One of the best games this year, next to Ghost of Tsushima. Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is better than Last of Us. The second one. Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition. This game's underrated in my opinion. I think this is one of the better Final Fantasies. I disagree with the popular opinion on that. God of War, really great game. Really recommend this one. Horizon Zero Dawn, didn't enjoy this as much as other people, honestly. It's still a good game, but maybe not as much me game. Injustice 2, really like this game. It's one of my favorite fighting games. The entire Kingdom Hearts series, except for now Melody and Memory, I actually have that on a different system. Kingdom Hearts 3, I walked through a blizzard to pick this up at my GameStop. I'm so glad I got to play it through. Like, I had a few days where school got canceled, so I got to just sit down and play through the entire game. I absolutely loved it, and I loved Remind. Great time. Really think it's the best Kingdom Hearts game. Kingdom Hearts 2 is pretty close, but I really liked 3 more than most people did. Last of Us Remastered. I'm so sad that the sequel existed. I thought this game was a perfect one and done. Lego Dimensions, worst Lego game. Lego Harry Potter collection, great. Lego Marvel collection is great. A couple Maddens. I don't play sports games that much anymore. Mega Man 11. Sure. A couple MLB games. I kind of like the MLB games. The last one I picked up was 19. I only buy sports games every few years because I don't really see a need to spend $60 every year, so I usually get them on there. A little cheaper if I want to play them again. Now, my favorite game of all time here is Persona 5/Persona 5 Royal. Now, I do actually have 2 copies of base Persona 5 because I got the collector's edition after I bought the normal. That was a Christmas present. And, so yeah, I have the Steelbook as well as the normal, and I also got a Royals Steelbook. This is literally my favorite game of all time right here. And then, I also have the collection of the dancing game spin-offs, which, they're goofy fun. Nothing special, though, honestly. PvZ Garden Warfare 2, not as good as the first one. A couple of my favorite games of all time here as well. Red Dead Redemption 2, fantastic game. Resident Evil 2, probably one of my favorite horror games. Spider-Man, this is the best Spider-Man game in my opinion. Spyro, really like these games. I own a couple copies of Street Fighter 5. So originally I got this version, but I wanted to get another physical, because that's actually a used copy. I actually didn't own a new copy until I got a Champion Edition. And it had all the DLC characters, so I was like, why not? Because actually, fun fact, the normal copy of the game is in this. The GameStop people just kind of put it in this case. I don't know, they're weird. Both deluxe editions for the Star Wars Battlefront games. I hate that I bought the second one at launch. It turned out to be a pretty good game, but wish I waited till it was $12. Jedi Fallen Order, literally the best Star Wars game in my opinion. All the Uncharted games, probably my favorite PlayStation exclusive series. I really like these games. Wasn't too impressed with Lost Legacy, but I loved 4 and I loved 2 and 3. 1's pretty good too. Until Dawn, this is actually my favorite horror game of all time. That's a great game. And then moving on to a couple PS5 games I have so far, I have, of course, the new Demon Souls remake. I like it, but it frustrates me a lot, so I'm going to wait to play that until a later date. And Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I reviewed on the channel. Check that review out. Most of my games I have in cases here, but I do have a couple loose games, which I have right here. So for the DS, it's that PvZ and Sonic. This is Sonic Rush. Actually, don't have a case for Brawl, oddly enough, and then just in these slip covers, Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. So most of my games I was able to get cases for, but I would like to get cases for these eventually, but yeah. And a side note for my gaming collection, I do have the SNES and NES Classic Editions. Really like them. I use the SNES more though. It just has better games in my opinion. Moving on down here though, I have my Switch collection. So big boy right here, I got, the game is actually in this row, but UNDERTALE Collector's Edition. One of the best RPGs ever made. But going down the line here, we have Bendy and the Ink Machine, Dragon Quest XI, this is a really good game. Final Fantasy XII, actually haven't played this yet, but meaning to. Fire Emblem Three Houses, the game that actually made me like Byleth. Age of Calamity, fuck you. Here's Melody of Memory. I actually really enjoyed it. I recommend getting it on Switch instead of PlayStation, actually. Kirby Star Allies, glad I bought this on sale. Breath of the Wild, what needs to be said about it? Link's Awakening, I liked it more than most people. Luigi's Mansion 3, pretty good game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, this is my favorite Mario Kart. Ni no Kuni, the first one. Have to finish it still, but I've really enjoyed what I played of it. Probably a good 20 hours in so far. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I kind of want to finish this game one day, but I don't know. I'm not a big Pokemon fan. I thought I'd enjoy it because it was kind of almost like I like Gen 1 Pokemon the best, and I thought I'd enjoy it, but I wasn't a big fan of the catching mechanic. A weird one I have from limited run games is these Star Wars Jedi Knight and well, the Jedi Knight games. Fun fact, I ordered this back in like May. It got here like 2 weeks ago. Going on, I have also Stranger Things 3, another limited run release. Bought that game. Of course, 3D All-Stars. Very disappointed in this collection. Minus Galaxy. Galaxy was worth it. Mario Maker 2 didn't really do it for me. It's still fun though. Best Mario game in my opinion. Super Mario Odyssey. Smash Ultimate, the only game I got really competitive with, and I actually got pretty good at. Anyone wants to challenge me, hit me up. I love playing with people. I also, probably my favorite Switch game. UNDERTALE, like I said, love this game. Got me in that and Final Fantasy VII were games that got me into RPGs. Another rare release I have is World of Goo from Super Rare Games. It's fun, and I also have the special version of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition because I bought the collector's edition with the art. And then moving down here to my final shelf, which is all my handheld games. My only GBA game I own is, because I just used it on my DS Lite, is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Really liked it. Moving on, I have a Corvette game. I had the DS when I was younger, so I still have some like shovelware kids games. So we got the Go Diego Go game, How to Train Your Dragon, Ice Age, Incredibles. This is like originally Incredibles 2, but now we have the actual one. Kingdom Hearts Recoded, Lego Batman, Lego Ninjago, Lego Harry Potter, the first one, both Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Star Wars 3 again, Complete Saga, first game I ever owned, fun fact. Another big reason I'm an RPG guy, Bowser's Inside Story, easily my actual favorite Mario game, actually over Odyssey. And in my opinion, the best Mario RPG. I absolutely love this game. I adore it. And I really wish they remade it for Switch instead of 3DS. And I do not own the remake, actually. Oddly enough, 2 copies of the Bigs 2 because why not? A couple more sports games. New Super Mario Bros. Phineas and Ferb game. Shovelware Rudolph. Scribblenauts. Clone Wars game. Superhero Squad. This game's better than the show. Mario 64 DS. Thor Shovelware. Wizards only really push it. I own a lot of shovelware. People just give me random games on this system. And then moving on to my last collection, my 3DS collection. Angry Birds Trilogy, Angry Birds Star Wars, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Lego Batman 2, Lego City Undercover, Chase Begins, pretty good one. The second Lego Harry Potter, Lego Ninjago, Shadow Run. This is probably the best Ninjago game. Lego Movie Game, Super Mario 3D Land, and last but certainly not least, my favorite 3DS game, Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth. So yeah, that pretty much So yeah, that pretty much does it for my game collection as of 2020, and just. Thought this would be an interesting video to make, and I'll see you all later.